that a lot of people think that voluntary units are the opposite or are against the fire department in New York City. There's always a lot of riffraff about whether or not we get along, and there's certain boroughs where FDNY don't mess with voluntary units and etc. And the first thing I want to tell you is this reminds me of human nature, because God forbid you confuse a Jamaican for a Trinidadian or vice versa, or a Dominican for a Puerto Rican, or a Japanese for a Chinese, or a Korean for a Filipino. It's human nature. Someone from the Ukraine versus someone from Russia, right? Or someone from the Marines and someone from the Army, right? It's human nature. People always want to be the best at what they do. But it just so happens that when you're in the thick of things, there's no time for the BS that I just previously mentioned. Because if you're in a messed up neighborhood, the camaraderie is through the roof. For example, for military veterans that are at war, there's no debate on whether the Army is better than the Marines and the Navy. They're all just working together in conjunction to get the mission accomplished. So when you work in tough neighborhoods in EMS, it's the same exact thing. So I've worked in Harlem, the South Bronx, and like I mentioned before, way before the gentrification. So I've never felt this whole FDNY versus us type of thing. It was just one big happy family out there buffing jobs, doing trauma jobs, and getting it cracking in the Bronx, the Lower East Side, in Brooklyn. And if that happens in other neighborhoods, then that's on them. But from my experience, the FDNY people are like my work brothers and sisters, and I'm tight with them. Even if I've never met someone from the FDNY and I just see them work in the neighborhood I'm working with, I know what it takes. And I know they got my back most likely, and I most definitely got their back. So from my experience, there is no rivalry between the FDNY and the voluntary units in New York City. Not saying that there isn't, just saying based on my experience. All right, guys? It's not us versus them or them versus us. We're all part of the same big old family, wishing that we get paid more because we do a lot of work and don't get paid enough. Right? I hope this helps. Peace.